As you guys know, the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11 is coming to a close, and as we head into the reunion and beyond into season 12, I wanted to do something really fun and go over the top 5 Real Housewives of Atlanta villains. Get into this video.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.
All right, so since we have half the cast battling it out right now over social media and in the blogs and on YouTube, I thought it would be pretty fun to really break down the top 5 Real Housewives of Atlanta villains. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in order of the least to the most villainous. And what I'm breaking this by is not necessarily by who's the most hated, but who is the best villain. So either we love to hate them or we hate them so much that they end up coming out on top. All right, so here we go. Let's start the countdown. Coming in at number 5 is Kim Zolciak. Yes, wig is number 5. So I'm giving it to her because she left season 5 on a pretty down note because she was refusing to really film anything with the cast. Then she came back at the end of season 9, but then she came back really kind of guns blazing in season 10. And with Roachgate and everything else with her daughter filming in Nene's bathroom, it really made her turn out to be the most hated cast member literally of all time. So this is why Kim Zolciak is coming in at number 5. Also too, we really don't care that much about Kim Zolciak being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She does have her own show and she treated her time on the show as such, as if it was really beneath her. So that is why she's coming in at number 5, because honestly at this point, she is probably the most hated. And coming in at number 4 is Phaedra Parks. Listen, I actually wanted to put Phaedra higher on the list because she was revealed to be behind the dastardly rumor that Kandi, Burruss, and Todd Tucker wanted to drug Porsha Williams back in season 9. It was revealed at the reunion in the most dramatic fashion by Porsha Williams. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, Phaedra goes down in history as one of the most villainous characters on the show. However, the great thing about Phaedra is that she is also one of the most loved characters who's ever been on the show because she's funny, she's witty, she's a Southern belle, and actually most fans probably want her to come back on the show because they feel like it would give it that extra zest that it needs. And coming in at number 3 is Kenya Moore. Now I'm giving this to Kenya because Kenya does not hesitate to bait her other castmates. She doesn't hesitate to get in their faces. She doesn't hesitate to invade their personal space. She doesn't hate to say exactly what she feels and stir it up behind the scenes and in front of the camera as well. She makes a statement whenever she's on the scene, and she was the villain for pretty much seasons 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, she was the villain that many seasons. She was a villain even when there was another villain actually on the show. And you guys know what they say, every season there's a villain, and she happily wears that crown. I feel like she actually kind of loves it, but it'll be interesting to see if she comes back for season 12, whether or not she'll still have that villain role, because now she's a new mom. She's a wife now. So will she come back and do the same things that she used to do? I don't know, only time will tell. Coming in at number 2 is Porsha Williams. That's right. Listen, when Porsha dragged Kenya that season, Kenya was still the main villain on that show, but Porsha became villain number 1 for a lot of people, and she became a target. But that next season, she was actually demoted to a friend of the show, but fans loved her so much, obviously she came back. And it seems like every time Porsha is in the villain position, she's never wanting to be there. She's a victim of circumstance. Something just tends to happen and she just gets placed in this villain role, like she did at the end of season 9 at the reunion when it revealed that Phaedra was actually the one that told her about the whole situation with Kandi and Todd supposedly wanting to drug her. So that made her Kandi's arch nemesis for season 10. And she took the majority of the flack for that whole situation because Phaedra was no longer on the show. So everybody painted her the villain. But the thing about it is there's something about Porsha Williams. She is she's a supreme at this point. She is a queen of this show, and we love Porsha because she's kind of like funny. She's quirky. She doesn't take herself too seriously. She's hilarious. So the fans love her. So the more that the ladies try to make her out to be a villain, the more the fans make her a hero. But that is the good thing about a great villain, because you actually end up loving them in the end. So that is why she gets the #2 spot on this list. And so, of course, the #1 spot goes to Nene Leakes. Yes, Miss Cynthia Leakes gets the top spot, basically because she is the best villain in Real Housewives history, if you ask me. Well, I can name a couple more from a couple of other different cities that might give her a run for her money, but Miss Nene Leakes takes the crown because she honestly actually welcomes the villain role. Now, I don't think she actually strives to be the villain. I think what happens is, in situations, she has extreme reactions. Her extreme reactions cause her to take an extreme stance on the show. Now, that extreme stance tends to put her at odds with several of her castmates, particularly when it involves her friends, either Porsha Williams or Cynthia Bailey, because Nene often tends to look like the aggressor when it comes to her issues with Cynthia, even though they have a deep-seated friendship. Now, the great thing about Nene, and when she is a villain, is that she takes it to whole new levels. She does PR campaigns, she goes on shows, and she talks about it. She puts it out there in social media, and I love it. Here's the thing, Nene makes the show at times. Listen, we gotta say that. And for season 11, she is definitely bringing it. So shout out to our #1 pick, who is Nene Leakes. She is our #1 villain on the show. We actually love her, and we love her for her role in it, because as she states, the more people make her a villain, the bigger her checks get. And so there you have it. There is our top 5 Real Housewives of Atlanta villains. Let me know if you guys like these types of videos. If you want more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. As you guys know, I'm constantly bringing you guys news and updates on pop culture and entertainment, everything Bravo related. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and we'll be back with another video.
And that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.